I know. I haven't changed the pennants, Ron. I gotta do that. I don't know. I changed them the other day, and some reason I just get busy doing
I
day
ca- I,
stuff.
I care I care more that you change your underwear than you do your pennants.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Sharon will appreciate that a lot more
yeah.
if you
What
change
do you
your underwear.
say, Appa Chata?
How you doing,
Wait
Steve?
for us to join us in here. Yeah, I try to mix those up every now and then, just like I mix up my shirts. Yeah, I found my good Hershey Bears
You
sweatshirt.
so that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know if you can really see that, but it's the Hershey logo with a couple players of the bear, and it's I bought that at the Hotel Hershey. That's where I bought that, the Hotel Hershey.
Living up at the Hotel Hershey.
Yep. We didn't stay there, but we did visit it. You can go up there and visit. And they had this huge tree because we were up there in November, like around Christmas time,
Mm-hmm.
and they had this huge tree at the Hotel Hershey. And it was pretty good. So
Did you do the Hershey Park? Andrew and Appa and Steve, how are you?
yeah, actually, remember I told you the first time we went and we saw the Worcester Ice Cats
Yes.
play, and we get done and we went down to the players and they were all talking. Hey, did you go to the chocolate factory? I mean, it's the first thing the players said to us. We're sitting there taking pictures with the players and like, did you go to the chocolate factory? It's like, yeah, we did. That's all you can smell from there.
Oh, I'm sure that's better. Than
I think I told you this. Hey, Andrew and Sportsman Z. Good to see you. Sportsman Z, I was watching some of the Minnesota Chicago playoff game you were doing. I didn't finish it though, so I don't know who won, but I was watching some of that. I'm pulling for the North Stars. I am. I have to pull for the North Stars. I got my 92, 93 cards in today.
Oh, for Strat?
Strat, yes. The guy that I bought some basketball from is like, hey, I get this too. And it's like, what kind of deal can you give me? And I thought the deal was a good deal. So, boy, holy cow, that was a season.
Basketball or hockey?
Hockey.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. That's like the one that was the last one I really wanted to get out of that set. I mean, 70-71 is the other one. But aside from that, holy cow, Gretzky on the, I think he was on the Kings. And
it's the year that Montreal's last cup run.
Yeah, so I want to play that. I mean, Adams Urbe was for the Sharks. Cujo was in there.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
I mean, there were so many overtime games in that postseason.
I think the Minnesota North Stars were playing in 92, right? When did they move?
Remember what time they moved. I don't know when they moved to Dallas. That was a couple of years after their cup run against Pittsburgh. So I think they were.
Oh, yeah, because on the hockey game they were Minnesota. So they didn't move to Dallas till like 97, 98, maybe.
Lockout. Were they a lockout move? I don't remember.
Sportsman Z, help us out. When did Minnesota go to Dallas?
Hello, Bears Den.
Hi, Bears. I'm trying to think.
That's a fun season. That really is a fun.
Yeah, well, that was the one next. I was playing that on the Strat PC, but like I want to play that with a card. And I'm looking at the cards. I'm like, oh my god, look at the cards.
It was like 93, so maybe it was their last year in Minnesota. Was 92, 93. We tried to make the world better. I'm Chet. He's Dave. 94, okay. Yeah, 93, 94, 94, 95. It might have been the lockout year. It might have been 94, 95, because I remember the Rangers couldn't raise the banner until December.
Well, let's see here. So if I go to 93, 94, it is Dallas.
Okay, so their last year in Minnesota.
So I'm happy with that. That makes me happy that I have the last year.
Madonna was there, right? Wasn't that his rookie year?
It's not his rookie year, but he played there, and he went
in Minnesota.
He played in Minnesota, yeah. Gilles, thank you so much. You were close, Corey. You were close. Yep,
off by a year.
Nice job of that. Yep.
And of course, the North Stars had a checkered history. They absorbed Cleveland.
That's how they got Maloche.
Right.
That's how they got Maloche and Al McAdam and a couple other guys too. Oh, Tim, hi. I didn't see you over here, buddy. Thank you for coming in tonight. So,
Tim, you're early.
So, yeah, we jumped on a couple minutes early tonight, I think. We're all set, ready to go. We had dinner. Oh, man. I got to give some big applause to the wife. Okay. She, well, not only for that, but I mean, she took the dog to the vet, and I'll tell you about that in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
And her sister came over, and they walked 3 times around our cul-de-sac.
Oh, nice.
And this is someone who hasn't been able to go up and down stairs for quite some time without being out of breath. And I was like, wow, you really, you couldn't get around once lately. You went around 3 times. So holy
Good
cow.
for her.
Yeah. So I said, maybe we need to start doing this, push yourself a little bit. Don't get, but she has a problem with her breathing. Hi, Bruce and Laura.
Hi, Laura, Bruce.
But she did 3 times around the circle, and she had her inhaler, but she didn't come in like hunched out of breath or anything. I was like, wow, that was pretty good. So yeah, I'm hoping she can keep up that. She's been doing some exercise. She's got a problem with her stomach. There's something bulging through, and it's pushing on her abdomen. So that's why she can't get air, she thinks. So, but with the crazy virus, then they don't want to talk to her because she doesn't have corona. So they're like, everything's on hold,
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Ball stats and ball score is pretty awesome too. It's too bad the guy that did it died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Sarah got her haircut today.
Is breaking the law? Are we breaking the law?
Sarah got her hair buzzed.
What do you mean buzzed?
She's got some sores in the top of her head. So for the first time in the 26 years I've known the woman that became my wife, she doesn't have curly hair.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Corey grew up in a town that Jamie Langenbrunner grew up in, and Brett Hull played hockey in the university here. Where's that?
I think that's Minnesota.
Oh, the Fighting Saints?
Corey, you're in the Minnesota area, right? I thought. Oh, did you use a Flowbee? Oh, come on.
Not a Flowbee. Good job, though, Deals.
Jills, you're right on top of that one, man.
I need to get my hair cut because my bald spots are getting covered up. So, no, she had a neighbor do it with my clippers, and she says it feels a lot better.
It'll grow out again.
It'll grow out again, but the cat is freaking out.
Really?
Because again, yeah, Zolek and Bertrand agree with you.
Everyone's starting to agree.
Oh, Duluth, University of Duluth.
Oh, great. Excellent, Corey.
When I married Sarah, I had a mustache.
I bet you did.
As easy as yours was in that clip from your concert in '87. And so Sarah had never seen me without facial hair. And so one day about 20 years ago, I had the full beard, I had the Grizzly Adams beard, and then I just went down the mustache. And so I shaved the mustache off. And so I come out, I'm used to not having facial hair. And so I realized that not only Sarah had never seen me without any facial hair, but the cat we had at the time had never seen me without facial hair. Oh, Croquet. Yep. And they both are giving, what'd you do? What did you do?
Yeah.
And so that was Emily today. A smiley face up here. There's too much hair up there to get it right now, but yeah.
About 10 years ago, I did the November challenge.
Oh, the no shave.
Long time ago, yeah. And so I grew the beard, and then I went to the goatee, and then for giggles and ha-has, I shaved off the beard part, but I kept this.
Oh, so you had the Fu Manchu going.
Oh, no, I had the full 70s relief picture look going.
Yeah, the Fu Manchu.
That's what I look like there. And it was like all the way down to here. It was hilarious. I only had it for a few days because people were like, what the heck? Because it was really light. It wasn't very dark. It was still funny. I did a couple games. We had the rink at the time, and I remember I was doing the play-by-play, and I had that thing going.
I got tired of eating food and seeing my beard in it.
Yeah, I like the beard thing for a while. It gets itchy and it gets in everything. And
oh yeah. So,
but anyway,
mustaches are okay, but I don't think I would do either again. I kind of like it's just easier to maintain.
If I could, like, there's a guy that used to play in the hockey league. He could grow a beard overnight. I mean, he would show up full beard one day, clean shave the next day, full beard the next day. It was just like, dude, what do you put, an Instagrow on that beard or something? And so, but me, it takes me forever, and it looks horrible while it's growing out. So I gave up. I just go with the clean shaven man.
First full beard. I had the college beard, and it was blotchy and splotchy and terrible. Did you carve up a pork chop sideburn too?
No, I just had the. That's what I had.
So I had a person at night I didn't like. This was 93 or whatever. And for some reason, they wanted me to shave at night instead of in the morning. So I just let it grow. And so I'm in a store about 3 weeks after I stopped shaving. And because I don't shave myself or brush my own teeth or look in the mirror like that, I wasn't paying much attention. I knew it itched. It only itched for a day. I was pretty impressed with that. And so I'm going past a mirror in the store and I see this fire engine red thing staring back at me, going, what the hell is that? And I looked again like, oh my God, it's me. Oh,
You like that, huh?
wow.
You like that?
That's some flow, man.
Yeah, I had the Schlitz going too. That
Yeah,
was
that's some
Thanksgiving. The
flow.
only Thanksgiving I ever wore a tie, and I showed up. That's before I met Sharon.
The doily on your head is a nice thing there.
I thought it was a nice touch.
So I didn't. The hair on my face does not match the hair on my head. And
Oh,
so now-
really?
yeah. So it's like a orangish, dark red.
Hmm.
Now the light with the camera can make my hair look like it's red sometimes. I don't dye it. I don't touch it. I don't care. It just looks bad. But yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. There you go. It doesn't look bad.
That was 10 years ago.
That doesn't look too bad. That thing on your lip, but is that your date?
Might as well have been.
So here, I got something to read that will cheer you up.
All right, let's get cheery now.
All right, you ready to be good news here? So I'm like 2 weeks behind in actually posting the baseball games on YouTube. So they're all up on YouTube, but they're all set to private. And so
Okay.
if I remember every morning, I'll go through or at some point go through and relabel it and just post it. So today's was Philly at Montreal, and I forget when I played that. Sportsman Z's talking about a story I told about the Ice Bowl, and because it was so long ago, I have no idea what story I told, but whatever it was. And so I got this comment today from Mia Palanka.
Okay.
Okay, not sure if it's a he or a she or whatever, but a very appreciative comment. And I'll read it. The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. I love this introduction. Yes. It's like listening to one of those sports broadcaster legends opening lines. Keep up the good work. You, Dave Gardner, and Al Red Sox fan, lift up a lot of people's spirits from this pandemic crisis with your sports replay videos.
That's nice. You like when you get positive comments.
Yes.
Positive comments are always good.
Hi, ID. How are you?
Speaking of positive comments,
Speaking of always positive and cheerful.
ID, what do you think about the new golf game? I saw you playing it the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I played it last night. I love it. I love the new APC golf game. It's smooth. It does some things just a little bit better, and it does make a difference. And I'm enjoying it for the price that I paid for that game, and for what I got, I'm very happy.
So I got my Patreon money today.
Okay. So
And
what'd you do with that
so-
$1 million?
Oh, sure. My $90. I finally got thrown into you need to fill out a 1099 with it.
Ooh.
Thanks. So I bought, because the golf sale is still going on. I bought seasons. I had enough
Okay.
courses. So I went through and I'll just pick up more courses as we go along. So I bought the 80s and 90s decades. So I got
really?
20 years. Yeah, ID, same for me. It had been since 2017. So I bought 20 years for $70.
Oh, wow.
And just again, I haven't used my rant yet. It was a positive story.
Ron is not charged with a rant.
Thank you.
How about
Thank you.
that?
Ah, phew. And so when it's easy. It comes into exec files. And so I unzipped them and they were all right there. And so when I opened up the golf game to look around to see, you got, let's just say for any of the years, you had the players from that year. And then file number 2 was the actual fields from that year. So if you wanted to do an as played replay of a given season, you had the actual fields all loaded up. I think you still need to have the courses. But let's say you wanted to replay the actual 1983 Masters, you could replay the 1983 Masters.
That's sweet.
And the other thing that I found at the end of each decade was it took everyone that was in those sets and it technically assigned them the best season from that decade. Now, you don't know what season that is unless you know how, look up the golfer on Wikipedia and find out how old he was, and then you can figure it out. And oh my gosh, I had so much fun just playing around with that. I took Gary McCord and played him at Detroit. McCord plays like me. He's not very good, but hits the ball straight. And oh yeah, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it is really fun. Yeah, time travel. I saw you playing time travel. Ron plays that too. It looks fun. I don't have it. It looks
fun game. It really is. I would never think ID that a shot by shot tennis game would be fun to play just because
it was fun. Yeah,
but it really is. It keeps you engaged in all those players. Yep. Reinstated first. I wasn't a rant. Yeah. It was a compliment to Dave. Jeez.
Yeah. I played some last night. I was playing was it Ricky Fowler?
Oh yeah.
And so I played him. I was just playing some of the courses with him, just playing around the game last night. And yeah, I spent a lot of time in the sand. It was funny. And it took me a while to get used to, but I think it plays a heck of a lot better than last year.
There literally are 20 versions of Augusta from all the times they adjusted the tees.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When you go in there, if you go to a casual round, you can select if you want to play front 9, back 9, all 18. You can select the pin position day 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's a couple of options there.
And also you can choose to have a rough, how much rough you want, how receptive the greens you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can really control how easy or how difficult a score is.
I think the biggest change that I saw, aside from it opening faster and playing smoother, I think the big thing was when you're playing right next to the swing, it says T and G, terrain and green, and it shows you what's going on with that. That is new.
Yes.
And that saves you so much time, because if you wanted to read the green and you weren't on the green, you have to right click, read green, it take you to the green, it shows these little balls rolling the ball, and like, oh man, now you can just hit the terrain and it instantly shows you what's up and then instantly takes it off. And you don't have to spend that 5, 10, 15 seconds wasted reading the green. I was a waste of time.
Yeah, I said this last night at the end of my stream, which will go up on the YouTube about 9:30, because I got Sharon sees a kitty. I forgot what's she gonna do? Come on, Emmy, you can cuddle. She's gonna cuddle. I think it's overtaken ASG golf, and for me to say that is a big deal. I was just blown away. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, okay, this will be.
That's a big deal for you.
Yeah. How you doing, Sean? Yeah, PJet, my hair. Oh, it's got a ways to go. It goes to the 70s. The wifey's cutting it this weekend, whether she likes it or not, because we're coming into spring or summer, and it's just so much easier to take care of. I used to have flow. I used to be like Dave. I had flow.
Did you have flow? Did it flow?
I had
flow was good. Flow was good.
No more
flow was good. So
no more flow. So that was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you look like you had fun. I'm glad you did. I
did.
Like the game. The game to me flows for me. It's fun, and I'm glad they improved on it. It was just enough. It wasn't a huge improvement. There was some, like, just that terrain and green read from the main screen saves you time. Everything loads faster. It seems to look a little better. Everything plays a little smoother.
ID, they've had the final round scenarios before. I didn't play any last night because I didn't want to get into it, but yeah, we did show it off in the live stream, I think. Yeah, I got a set of clippers, and I have a number 2 guard. I'm a 1/4 inch. That's how short my hair gets.
I'd show you some Floby stuff, but I would get bumped off of YouTube again.
I'm telling you, the cat with the Floby was maybe, when this is all said and done, 5 years from now, we're going to remember that horrible, horrible spring.
You guys you missed the end of it with Floby and the cat's head turned and faced the camera with this puss on its face, like, I'm gonna kill you. And that's when they cut the stream. But that was a fun night.
Turns out that the Flobies are still for sale.
Yeah. So, dog went to the vet today.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and so she come home and he's running around. So they think that he might have had a seizure. Is what we thought. Because if it was a stroke, there would have been. I don't think he would have recovered in a couple of hours.
Not
but they
not
said
that
they said
good.
if he had a seizure, he could. You can snap back from that. So ironically, they said if you give him this medicine, it helps with the seizures. She goes, well, I started giving him that Sunday morning, and he hasn't had an episode since.
So what are they giving him for the seizure? Is that something that she picked up from the emergency vet?
No, it's kind of he's been on that off and on. So I don't know if it's some kind of a painkiller or some kind of a thing for his leg that I don't know what it's called, but whatever is supposed to have seizures. And she's like, you know something? I started giving it to him Sunday because I thought he was in pain, and he hasn't had an episode since she started giving him that. So they did some blood work, and if it's anything more than that, then it's he's 16 years old, so we're not going to be doing any brain surgery on this dog, unfortunately. But I mean, that could be the best news. If it's seizures and it can be controlled with that medicine, as long as they don't get too bad, then we'll squeeze some more time out of them.
Oh, gabapentin. Yeah, my wife takes that.
Okay. So that's what it was. So yeah, so it was somewhat good news today. That was somewhat good news.
Yeah, if it hasn't happened again, that's always a good thing. But again, that's something to watch out for.
Yep. Then I got my cards in today. Oh my gosh, I got my 92, 93 Strat cards in. That was the one set that's been eluding me. Holy cow. I sat there like going through these cards and saw, like Chicago Blackhawks, right? Jeremy Roenick, Chris Chelios, Steve Lammer, Ed Belfour. It's like, oh my gosh, that is so good. The Bruins are in there. The Whalers. I was looking at the Whalers. They weren't that good, but Sanderson, Castles, Verbeek, Zali, Zalapsky.
Oh yeah,
Sean Burke. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be playing so much of this. The Quebec Nordiques.
Francis is on Pittsburgh. Oh, the Nordiques.
47-27. They were a good team. Sundin, Sakic, Duchesne, Ricci, Owen Nolan, Scott Young, Claude Lapointe. Forget it. Ron Hextall played for the Nordiques. Yeah. I forgot that.
They played Montreal in the playoffs that year.
Wow. I'm going to have to play that up. Yeah.
If it was the Adams semi or the Adams final.
For the division, the first round, 4-2. Yep.
Yeah. 90s hockey had everything: scoring, great goalies, intimidation, expansion teams.
Yep. Yeah, it was good news for the dog. I was kind of happy to hear that. So Hextall's on I know Hextall was the Flyers. I saw him at the Garden play on the Flyers. I never liked the guy, and I forgot that he played with Quebec. I didn't know he was on the Islanders. It must have been on the way out, maybe. But yeah, Vancouver, Calgary. Vancouver, 101 points in 92. Who the heck was on that team?
Trevor Linden,
Bure, Ronning, Courtnall, Linden, Nedved. Okay, that's a decent team.
It's the basis of what would become their cup team in 94.
McLean and Whitmore and the Penguins. Oh, who the Penguins got?
Ronnie Francis, Mario Lemieux, Yager,
Stevens, Tokic, Yager, Murphy. Oh man, this is
and Trottier.
This is a good season. Oh, and the Red Wings. I flicked through the Red Wings. Eiserman, Fedorov. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. Jimmy Carson, Bob Probert. Oh man,
Cheveldahl.
That was
my favorite Canadiens team. That was fun, and those playoffs were good. That series between Detroit, I got to say it right in the Bob Cole way, Detroit and Toronto for the Smythe final. No, the Norris final was Detroit and Toronto, and it went 7. I think Krushelnyski scored the game winner in Game 7. I mean, that was
92,
intense. 92, 93 playoffs.
Just it's 4-3. Yeah, Toronto, Detroit, 4-3.
I think Krushelnyski scored the game winner in Game 7, and or maybe it was Dougie Gilmour. That was
overtime in Detroit. 4-3 Toronto overtime. Nikolai Borchevsky.
Oh, Borchevsky
from Roos and Gilmore. Yep.
Yeah. A, it's Bob Cole at his absolute best. B, it was so intense. At that point, we thought we were going to get a Toronto-Montreal final.
Yeah,
Which-
you want to take a guess in that game. Okay, so May 1st, 1993, Game 7, folks, at
From
Detroit.
From
the
Joe
Joe in Detroit, and it's a 4-3 win. Toronto. No, you want anybody here want to take a guess at how many penalties that game had?
It wasn't as ugly as those Avs Detroit games, were they?
No.
Okay, none.
You are real close. There was one. There was one penalty.
That really was the end of the refs. We're not messing around in Game 7. We are not deciding this.
And it was a high sticking, so he must have cut somebody. There was one penalty ID halfway through the period. It was to Detroit. Jim Hiller, 2 minutes for high sticking. So that must have been something they just couldn't let go.
Yeah. Thank you, Amos.
What do you say, buddy? I think I sent you a message today. If you sent me a message, I think I sent you an email.
Yeah.
Double check on that.
Brisebois, Desjardins, and Stéphane Lebeau. Oh, yeah. John LeClair, of course, is from Vermont. He's from St. Albans. Played his high school hockey in St. Albans, played his college hockey at UVM right up the hill here. And Eric Desjardins and a couple of the other players bought summer places just up the road from here on the lake. And even after they were traded to Philadelphia in the worst trade ever in Montreal history, even worse than what the bucket of warm pee we got for Wah, they would come up here in the summertime.
Yes, I'm looking through every team. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ron. Yeah,
so they would come up in the summertime. This was before I lived here. But yes, because LeClair loved the area.
Who? Any idea who the leading scorer on the Canadians was that year?
It was it's either Domfus or Kirk Muller. Yeah,
you're exactly right. They were 1 and 2. Yep. 97 points for Damphouse. Vinny Damphouse with 97 points.
They weren't a great scoring team, but they could pass, and Carbonneau was still good enough that he was just that defensive forward presence that they needed.
Gretzky was.
Of course, we had Patrick in net too. So Andre Red Light Rasico.
Yeah. Gretzky was 5th in scoring on the Kings only because he played half the season.
Right.
So I remember that he was out for a while. I saw the documentary. The team rebounded,
but he wasn't out for when they needed him for the playoffs.
Yeah, they were barely 500. They get into the playoffs. They barely made the playoffs actually. And no, actually, they were in the playoffs by 6 points. I shouldn't say that. There were some bad teams. Edmonton was bad that year. Edmonton missed the playoffs by like almost 20 points.
Yeah.
Actually, 28 points. Holy cow, Edmonton was bad. Who was on it? 92-93.
Was that
Klima, Shane Corson, Craig Simpson, Bernie Nichols.
So Messier was in New York then already.
Ranford and Tugnut. Tugnut was on the Oilers. I did not know that. So, yeah, Edmonton was bad that year, but that's a good year for hockey. It really is.
Who was Boston's leading scorer? Was it Neely? Or was it Joey Judas?
Yeah, it's Stefan. Yep, McSorley got with the illegal stick there in the finals. Let's check out the Bruins. So the Bruins. Oh, wow. This is shocking.
Bork?
No way. There's no way.
Adam Oates.
142 points for Adam Oates, age 30. I didn't think of for 100 points since like Esposito. Wow. Joey Juneau, 102 points. Oh, this is a good year. Ray Bork, Dmitry Kovaltanov, Stevie Leach, Poulin, Rosie Ruziska. He only played 60 games, huh? Dave Reed, shorthanded specialist. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Ray Bork had 5 shorthanded goals. 5 shorthanded goals for the Bruins that year. Oh, man. I feel better now. That's a good season. Donato, Sweeney, Wesley Hines. Keem Neely played 13 games. Yep. Moog, John Blue, and Lemlin only played 10 games.
That's the year that you got beat by Brad May, right? In Buffalo. You made the playoffs, obviously. Montreal played Quebec, and you played Buffalo.
Oh, gee, we got swept 4-0. That wasn't even close. Yeah, that was the May Day, but I mean, it was at that point there. It was Brad May. But I mean, I didn't realize it was a 4-0.
I didn't realize it was a sweep. I thought that was a
Yeah, I mean, I remember when May scored, and we were all bummed out because they had gone to the Cup in 88 and 90, so they went to the playoffs. They were the top team in the league. They had 109 points.
Year before, you'd beaten Montreal in Game 7. Patrick Waugh gave up the world's softest goal, and you won.
But I mean, Buffalo had 86 points. The Bruins had 109 points. So what's that? 33 points differential. And Buffalo swept them in the playoffs. So I thought the May game was like a deciding game. Technically it was. Yeah, I'm looking at 92-93 P-Jet. I'm looking at the Bruins 92-93, and it says that Book has 5 shorthanded goals. Poulin had 4. Dave Reed had 3. That's what I was looking at. Mayday. Yeah, but I mean, it was the series calls. The series was 3-0, and that was a sweep. It wasn't like Game 7.
Oh, but Jeanneret is just always, there are just Dan Kelly. I know you've talked about him. No, that's where he's looking at his Hockey Reference, right? Is that where you got open?
Well, Hockey Reference 92. I can let me share my screen.
Jeanneret was just one of those voices that just matched for hockey.
So if I clicked on the Bruins, I don't know if you guys can see this. Regular season scoring, shorthanded goals, right?
Yeah, just sort by short.
Oh wait, shorthanded assists. Oh, is that how that is? Wait a sec. Oh, I'm looking at shorthanded assists. Why would they have shorthanded assists?
Because
that
much.
All right, that messed me up. Then. Okay. So goals, and I didn't see. I looked over here. I just saw shorthanded. I didn't see the other column. Okay. So yeah. So Poulin 5 and Reed with 5. So Bork had 5 shorthanded assists. I didn't even think that was a thing. Why would you keep track of handed assists?
You keep track of everything. Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I got messed up on that. Oh well. Well, at least now I know. Now I know how to read that now. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw shorthanded. I thought it'd be shorthanded. I never heard of keeping shorthanded assists. Oh well. What can you do? Oh, P-Jet was right. I was reading the wrong column. Right church, wrong pew. What can I do?
So tonight I'm going to play All-Star Lineup Baseball with Mr. Wessel on his channel.
Okay.
We're doing 86 Red Sox and Angels. I'm surprised he took that.
That's kind of a rematch of that.
It is. It's the ALCS rematch that California choked. That's true. It's good. Was it a metal church? So was it a metal church?
It has to be a metal church.
Very good, Steve. Very good. Yeah, Oates was a monster in the power play. And so it's going to be Roger Clemens and Michael Witt. I honestly thought he was going to take the 11 Rangers. I thought we were going to have a matchup of the two teams that were jilted at the altar from winning the World Series. But
who won it? Oh, was that the Mets that won it that year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for that. I don't see my counselor now for another week, but thanks for reminding me of that, Dave.
Yep. So I tried to watch some more of This Week in Pro Football from 1970. Week 6, 1970. Oh my God.
All-Star Lineup Baseball ID.
It is tough. He's playing All-Star Lineup Baseball.
I'm playing Craig's game on his channel.
So the cards and dice.
Yeah. So we're going to play through Zoom, and I think he can stream it on YouTube.
I played baseball last night. I played the Roberto Chavini baseball game. That's the quick play game, kind of sort of. You roll dice for every inning. That was a fun game. Spring coming baseball, I think it was called. So I played that last night. So you roll the dice, right? But you roll this extra dice to see if you get any bonuses. So I kept rolling this extra dice, and I kept getting bonuses, and I kept getting extra runs and extra hits. And next thing you know, the game was 10-9. I was like, wow, that's high scoring for baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. So I get the video done. I put the video up. About 10 minutes later, a guy on Facebook sends me a message. He goes, just so you know, you're not supposed to roll that extra dice for every inning. And he goes, I made the same exact mistake. And we have to, if you really read the directions, on the second part of the directions, it says roll it every other inning, like all the odd innings. But in the main gameplay, it didn't say that. But in the if you kept reading it. So it was kind of like, oh, that's how you play. So I played it. But if you read it on the bottom, it does say odd innings only. So I went back and I took the video down, I redid it, and it was 5-5 instead of 10-9. So it did make a huge difference.
That's a lot of games.
So, yeah, I mean, remember when the goalies used to play every game and they didn't have a backup? But yeah, Chevel, that's a lot of games for a goalie. I'm trying to think the last time that happened. I remember, was it?
Oh, he got the wrong season. I know Carey Price has had some 65, 70 game seasons.
If I go to Chicago in 71, 72, oh, that was what Tony Esposito only played 48 games. I thought for sure he was one of the goalies that was playing like every game. No, 57 games in 1970. How about 69? Was he even with the Blackhawks in 69? 63 games in 79. Dennis DeJordy. Well, I've heard that name, Dennis DeJordy. He was playing on somebody's team. He was a goalie. I thought they played more than that back then. I really thought.
No, you're going in the Glenn Hall, Gump Worsley, Terry Sawchuk of the 50s.
Okay. All right. How about 65? Montreal Canadiens, 65. Gump Worsley, 51-26 with Charlie Hodge. Charlie Hodge went to the Seals, I think. And let's check Maple Leafs.
Johnny Bauer?
For 35 games. And
he used to play without a face mask.
Sawchuk, Gamble, Al Smith, and Gary Smith. Wow, they had a lot of goalies, Toronto did. I could have sworn that Esposito was playing 70, 75 games with the Blackhawks back
Marty
in the day.
Brodeur carried a huge load with New Jersey.
Oh, Hodgins. Oh, Jordy with the Kings. Yeah, somebody was playing a game on here. I don't know if it was UP Jet. Somebody was playing a hockey game, and they had DeJordy was playing in the game. I thought it was Chicago. Somebody was doing a team. I thought it was Chicago. Maybe I'm wrong.
ID, what courses did you get? I think you'll like it. What courses did you get? I actually got the card in nice, not the PC version. I assume Augusta's won.
How many courses do they have?
For ASG, over 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Chelios.
You play for the Hawks and the Habs.
Oh.
Yeah, right? I guess, I don't know.
Chelios, the big American player. The first good American player to play with Montreal.
No, it was definitely DeJordy. Somebody was talking about DeJordy, and I thought it was with an old Blackhawk fan because I mean I'm on so many groups in Delphi, and people are posting stuff all day long, and I try to follow along a little bit, and I was like, oh, DeJordy. Was he with the Kings? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I saw him on one of my Kings cards. I seen that.
Gary Suitcase Smith played 70 with the Seals in 70-71.
Ooh. When did Milosh come into the Seals? Was that after that? I'll have to check that out. Yeah, 70-71. Oh, they were the California Golden Seals back then. Yeah, Smith, 71 games. Chris Worthy played 11. I had no idea who that was. So if I go to 71-72, is that Milosh? Yeah, that's Milosh.
Oh, wow. So good choices, ID. Augusta, Torrey Pines South, St. Andrews, and Pinehurst, number 2, which has been redone.
Okay, yeah, I knew. Okay, I think it was a Hawks game that he was playing.
Oh, Milosh started on the Blackhawks in 70-71.
Oh, that is cool. And one of his games against the Seal. Oh, Crosby's Sydney's on the Penguins. You talking about Sydney or Bill?
Hey. It's Jello pudding pop.
Oh, do you know what I had in the fridge?
A pudding pop, I wouldn't eat those. It's been a long time since they made those.
I go to this this restaurant up here. It's called the Century House, and they have a little shack next to the restaurant that they sell the food that you can buy in the restaurant. Okay. And you can take it to go. So it's a tiny place. Excuse me. And so I go in there and I get my chickens with stuffing, and they're pretty good. Now sometimes I'll get like a little haddock dish. It's all individual stuff.
Right.
In the fridge though, they get desserts. And they get these little cups of like tiramisu. Oh, and they had a little tray, like not a huge tray, a little tray of grape nut pudding. It's like
Ooh.
So I grabbed a couple last week. I still got a little bit of grape nut in there. I'm like, I steal a spoonful every once in a while. It's like, oh, it is good. It is so good. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the grape nut pudding good. I used to make some of that stuff. I don't think I made the grape nut pudding, but back in the 80s, I worked for them, and they had good food. You know, the people that ran
do you
it.
like the stuffing with the rice or the bread?
The bread. Yeah, they make them both ways. I don't know why you want rice in there, but I guess some people do.
I don't know.
I think when I left in there, like I was in the late 80s, when I left, they were just introducing the rice ones. I was like, why? The stuffing with the chicken is so good. It's just really good. Why would you want anything different than that? So, but anyway, so yeah, so I got my 92-93 season. I'm all excited about that. I need to play. I might play some Strat basketball and film it so I can see how it works out with the chart that I come up with there, so I could play the older seasons the new way. So far, it's working. I don't know how accurate it is. I kind of don't really care how accurate it is.
It's fun.
It's fun, yeah. And so I'm gonna play a quarter. I was talking to Mike Sports Time Machine, and on Discord, and he said he played his first quarter played about 40 minutes, and that's about right. Me too. But the first time I played it, you're learning it, you're picking up the directions, and it was a long game. But then by the time I played a whole game, it took me all day because I was in and out. But I ended up sitting down and finally, by the time I got to the fourth quarter, I flew through it. I want to say it was 20-25 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I could even probably get better at that and get the whole game down to within about an hour or so. Maybe a tad over an hour. That would be the goal. So that would be what I would like to do.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's fun. I was playing my 75 Celtics against the Buffalo Braves the other day, just playing around with it. Bob McAdoo was on the Braves. Celtics had, I think we talked about this last night. Hondo, Havlicek, and JoJo White, and Havlicek, JoJo White, and Cowens were on there.
Paul Silas was on that team too.
Silas. I don't remember him, but yeah, so he was on the team, so that was kind of fun. PJ, I don't know anything about basketball, but the new game, the newer version of the game, which I think they said it was 81 or something like that, the new version, it's flipping the fast action cards, and you just kind of follow along, and it flows really nice. I think the basic basketball, I think, is better than the basic hockey because you don't got to really do anything. I mean, if you play the advanced, it's like you got to put people on the inside, people on the outside. You got to set up the double teams. It's just I don't know enough about that. But the basic mode, you flip the cards. Okay, it's like this guy has the ball. Flip it again. What does he do? Let's check like hockey. Okay, what card do I check to see what happens? And then he either takes a shot or he fouled or whatever it is. And then, okay, let's take the shot. Roll the dice. If it's good, good. If it's not, who gets the rebound? Look at the card. This guy gets the rebound. Now they bring it back up the floor. And it moves along, and it feels like a basketball game. And when I looked at the advanced rules, I was like, that's way more than I really want to get into with basketball. Yeah, the new version, I really like it. I really like the new version of basketball. And that's why I modified it so I could play the old teams, because I have a couple of old sets, and I'm like, I can't use them because they're not compatible. So I come up with a chart and a couple of house rules, and boom. I was watching King Ikibu on his channel. What was he playing? Was that replay basketball or in the paint? It might have been in the paint.
Higher Ground does a lot of stuff within the paint too. I haven't played that one.
Might have been in the paint. He was playing one. There's a handful of basketball games that are like all on spreadsheets on the screen and stuff. It was okay. I followed along for a little bit, but there's that in the crease hockey that he plays too, and I don't like that. I tried that, and I didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit. Just personal preference.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, it's like, okay, click, what happens? Click, what happens? You just clicking on whatever, and just didn't really care for it. And that's kind of how the basketball game was.
Yeah.
But the Strat basketball basic mode, I really, really like that. So that was fun. And that 92-93 season, I'm all excited because there's so many teams and so many games I want to play right now. So
Todd B.
Hey, What do you say there, Toto? As he jumps in. ID says in the creases.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was. I mean, I think I tried the demo. I think didn't they have a demo?
You had
We
the
tried?
demo, and I walked you through it, and you didn't like it. And look, and I don't really like it either. So I'm not going to give you a rough time about not liking
Yeah.
it.
It's just you would click the button and then
It maybe, yeah. There's just no strategy with it, and that's the thing to me is that.
And that's fine because shootout hockey doesn't have strategy really either. But I felt like.
But shootout's not a full play game. This is a full play game. Every action card is 20 seconds.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. It's just you click on this guy, then you click on this guy, and click on this guy. So, let's see where were we here? Oh, he's PJ's talking cards and dice in the pay. I
haven't tried Hoops PC.
Yeah, no, I haven't either. Gilles likes to hoop PC.
Yeah, there's no give and take.
Yeah, it's just you kind of follow along, and sometimes that's fine because in shootout hockey you follow along. But I felt like because it was kind of a just how shootout flows, and you do kind of follow, but you do get to roll the dice if you want to roll dice, or you can flip a card and follow along. I just like the feel of it. I just did. I just didn't like the other one. And PJ, yeah. Well, see, I'm fairly new to Strat. In 20 years, I might be sick of it too. So I don't doubt that at some point I get sick of everything. But that's why I like to play different games because I don't, except for shootout. I'd probably go back to shootout more than anything else. But I just don't get sick of shootout, at least not yet. But if I want to longer play games, Strat that scratches the itch. I've tried a few others. That one I do like. It just works out really well.
Yeah, I've watched you play the Inside the Cup. There was a night that you and Chris played. That was fun.
Inside the Cup looked pretty good. That golf game, I saw you playing that. I think that's got a computer version too, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah.
But I saw you playing the cards and dice thing the other day, and that was pretty neat how you put the dice and you followed the guys along. That had potential. I think I tried that at one point. I think I got like a demo hole or something that I tried with that. And I had a hard time with it. I was like, okay, I'm going to need more time to really get into it. It made sense. It almost felt like a little bit like digging deep when you played hole by hole or shot by shot. It felt a little bit like digging deep golf.
Oh, before I forget, because you reminded me of this last night, and it certainly was the case. If you downloaded the Action PC Golf and you got the courses that go with it, you got to take the courses out of the Course 2 folder and put them in there because it doesn't automatically do that. You are absolutely right.
Yeah. So if you get the new game, you get 3 files. You get the game, you get Course Pack 1. If you get, I think it comes with a course, and Course Pack 2. For whatever reason, Course Pack 2 installs a folder called Course Pack 2 with the rest of the courses. You got to take them out of that and go up one level and drop them into the generic courses folder, if that makes any sense. But yes, I did see that. That was good stuff there. And there is a computer version. I'd be interested in see that. And I never got the digging deep hoppy. I almost got it because I know that they went out of business, and it's like, well, if I either get it now or I never get it. But I read on it and I saw some things on it, and it just didn't warrant me buying it, so I didn't get it.
Those games were never finished. We've talked about it before.
The golf was good, but it needed somebody to drag it across the finish line. And
Right.
I remember sitting up after me and Ron played it one night here, and I sat up all night till like 2 a.m. Don't know why, thinking about how I could make it better because it was really good to a point. It needed some polishing and some grinding to finish it up.
Yeah, the rules for most of Rob's games were pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt, and I never used the digging deep thing, which is the whole purpose behind digging deep. Is that, okay, I'm going to dig deep and I'm going to get this advantage. I never used it. I just left it out.
It really was, again, kind of like what we talked with Play.com, except for Play.com does a lot better job with it. Tried to give sports games a board game feel. And that's not what I'm doing at. I'm with Todd B. As I grow older, I'm gravitating. This is his words. I'm gravitating towards games which I'm more involved, like rolling dice, getting weary of click and play. Although I do like the action PC games, but I feel like I make enough decisions in there.
Yeah. I mean, I like both. I mean, I've been playing the basketball on the table, and I don't even like basketball really, but I've been having a blast with the basketball. The hockey I can play everywhere. I can play, any way. It all depends what you're in the mood for. Sometimes you want to sit at the table, and I'll take my iPad and I'll put my iPad here and I'll listen to music or something, and I'll put on my Yacht Rock radio, Sirius XM.
A virtual cornucopia of everybody's fourth or fifth favorite song.
Hey, look, it's Christopher Cross again. Sailing
takes me away. Yep.
Do you know what my favorite one is? Devil Woman.
By Cliff Richard. Yep.
Yeah, it's not Christopher Cross. Devil Woman. Crystal ball on the table.
Yep.
Nails, showing future and past.
I can't. Let me show you. Here we go. Here's the cat. She's just.
Oh yeah. Yep. There you go.
Yep, that's the cat from the song.
Yep.
There's a better view.
Green eyes.
There. See.
Yep, there it is. But yeah, so I put on Yacht Rock Radio and I'll play my games upstairs and have some fun with it.
But you're right. You can't listen to it for an hour at a time. The playlist is pretty slow.
Yeah. Well, I like rolling dice from time to time, but it's times that I like to sit here. Like when I play Shootout, I'll do it rolling dice, or I'll play it on the Helper. I really do.
DJ doesn't like her singing.
You don't like Yacht Rock? Come on, it's the 70s. Devil Woman and what was the other one?
I do kind of cringe when Air Supply comes on.
They don't play a lot of Air Supply.
Thankfully.
Was that when I was playing JoJo White last night for the Celtics, I was thinking of that Bog Skag song. What's that song? JoJo? Something JoJo. I can't think of it now, but it's a Bog Skag song. Something JoJo. That come on.
Go back up to your last question. Well, okay. What was it?
I know Apple said he was avoiding action PC basketball.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's a good one. I've started to really like that action PC basketball myself. All right, where was ID's last? Is there? Yes, there's computer version.
Yeah, we did. We just talked about it. ID.
Cards and dice. Not sure.
You missed it. Go ask it again. We did watch your Inside the Cup though video.
Yep, I did like that. I was watching you play that on the table there. I like how you were putting the dice on the board itself.
Very clever how he does that.
That was clever how that worked out, so you could see where the ball was. Oh, getting back to digging deep though, I like I tried the shot by shot, and unless I read the directions wrong, there was a scenario that you would never finish a hole if you kept rolling bad dice, because you kept getting closer to the hole. But there was one scenario that if you rolled a bad number, you would chip over the green, and then chip over the green, and chip over the green, and chip over the green, and it was never ending. And so one of the things that I finally did, I was just like, okay, if you've chipped over the green twice, then I'm gonna bring the scale down to say that if you chip on, at least you're on the green, you're on the outer edge, but you're on the green, because no professional golfer, excuse me, ginger ale, would miss the green 5 times.
Right.
Eventually, if you chipped over a couple times, eventually you would finally just say, the heck with it and chip on safe. All right, so what do we got here?
That's for you.
The play hockey, I saw that you got the football game and you like it. It's just going to take a long time to play. The hockey game. Let me see. The hockey game. It's not bad. It's not bad. My issue with the game is that because they go by the words on the cards, is that you set the teams down and you can look at the cards, and if one team has a lot more words like star and skill and speed, you can pretty much determine who's going to win the game, because every time you do a check, that team's going to get the puck and the scoring chance. That was my issue with that game. It just felt like the lesser teams really had no shot at winning the game because they weren't going to get the scoring chances. And I know that, the lesser teams aren't supposed to win all the time, and I get that. But I even played a Boston Buffalo game, and Buffalo just had a couple more words, and they just won every dice roll. They won because you did a comparison, and they kept winning the skill check or the speed check or whatever it was. And it's just like, wow, Boston never touched the puck, it seemed like, unless it said go to the visiting team. And also there's a momentum thing in the game. And that confuses the heck out of me because if you score a goal, you have momentum. But if you go on the power play, you also have momentum. If you get a breakaway, you get temporary momentum. If something else happens, there's like 6 ways to get momentum. And then you're scratching your head like, okay, who has the momentum right now? Because I need a skill. I need like a tree or a list of like in order. So if you have the power play, that's better than scoring a goal momentum. But if you did this, then it's better. I got really confused with the momentum. And then there's the whole thing in there about there's something else besides momentum, that if you get into a fight and win a fight, then you have some other kind of thing. And the only way to get rid of that is to get a cheap shot on the other team, and then you can get rid of that chip. And I was just completely lost. And then on the penalties, my other issue was with penalties. Okay, you roll the dice, penalty. You check the guy with the penalty. So you think it's on him. Nope, you check the other team. If the other team's got a higher penalty rating, then the penalty most likely is on him. And you still got to roll the dice to check it out. But it just felt like a guy with a low penalty rating is never going to get a penalty, ever. And this other guy's always going to get the penalty. And I just, there was too much of that for me. And I played 3 or 4 games, and it didn't get me. And it got to a point I started cutting things out. Like I didn't even bother with penalties because I just got so frustrated with them. And I didn't bother with the whole fighting cheap shot thing. I didn't get it. It just took away from the hockey game with stuff. And it just felt like completely unnecessary to me. So it got to a point I cut so much out of the game. I was just like, I'm going to just put this away. I'm going to go back to shootout. I'm going to go back to strat. I'll go back to Downey final score. And I get that on the unusual chart. Yeah, I get that on the unusual, but it just was. I didn't care for it. I haven't given up on it.
By the way.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. We had a couple guys come in while I was talking about Hockey Blast. Danny, how's it going? When's your next race? When you going back on the NASCAR? I got to watch that. He's really good at the NASCAR. I know I said that. Turbo Charge is here.
I'm going to brag on Turbo for a second. He's in the middle of he's older than we are. And he's in the middle of getting his master's in history. And he's going to go for his doctorate. I do read the emails, even if I don't always respond to them. And so good for you, man. What do you want to do with that? What do you want to do with the doctorate? Good for you. You can talk about specifically what you're getting it in, but I'm just so impressed. All the trucks for this Saturday.
Oh, are you going to be racing in the trucks? I love the trucks. I like the trucks. The pickup trucks when they were, if that's what you're talking about, pickup trucks racing NASCAR, that is fun. Do you know what I like?
Good for you.
Oh, cool. He's going to teach. Oh, good for you, Turbo. Good for you, man. I enjoy the night racing. There's nothing like Saturday night in the summer, kicking back, putting on the TV, and you see him racing in Florida at night. That is just so cool. The daytime stuff's like really bright and kind of hurts your eyes, and you can see like the heat everywhere. But when it's racing at night, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of dark outside. It's dark inside. You're just chilling out. It's a summer night, windows open. I know. I kind of like that.
I do have to go in a couple minutes because I've got an event.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize. Well, yeah, we've almost been on for an hour, so you got to go and you got to go do your hair for your other broadcast.
Oh, really? What do you think I'm going to do with this?
It's going to be a night race. Cool, Saturday night.
They asked Ted Koppel once whether or not his massive hair was a wig. He said, "With all the money I make, do you really think that I would pay for something that looks that bad?" Now, Sam, yeah. If you want to go ahead, continue, but I got to go I got to read about this game I'm going to play. I'm doing on Craig Wessel's channel. I'm doing All-Star Lineup Baseball, his game, BarstoolGames.net. BarstoolGames.net, right? BarstoolSports.net, I think, right?
Yeah.
And So we're doing the 86 Red Sox and the Angels. So that's at 8:00, I think, on his channel. So I'm going to skip out.
Radio show voices. Should we do the NPR? Well, welcome to NPR.
That's right, Dave. And
now from Vermont on the Maple Leaf State, we have Ron Jacket, who wrote a book called How I Play Action PC Football. Ron, welcome to NPR.
Thanks for having me on, Dave.
But first, let's talk to our sponsor. It's ABC Soda Crackers. Soda Crackers, they go good with everything. You want a soda cracker with coffee or tea? ABC Soda Crackers.
I'm a big fan of that with my iced tea in the morning, yes.
Ron, so do you have an iced tea before you play a football game? Or
yes, I do. As a matter of fact.
You're gonna spill it all over you. You know?
No, it's like half. It's like less than a third of a cup. So,
oh yeah, Korean baseball is on. Oh my gosh. Yes, I saw that, Dave. That's too funny.
Sponsors. But it sounds like Delilah. So, is your love life forlorn? Just go like me and digestive biscuits. Absolutely.
Chocolate. Ron knows how to get the sap out of a tree. That was his job in high school.
I've been sucking for a long time there. All right, I do gotta go. So
all right, Ron's gonna jump out. I guess I'll see if I can try to find Craig's channel there. NPR sponsors in the Northeast. I was like Delilah. You send your pledge. Oh, you guys are hilarious. That's too funny. Yeah, we get a little crazy once in a while. It's usually $4.99 a minute for Ron to do that. Exactly right. So yeah, Ron's head now. He's got to go get his hair done so he can get on Craig's channel. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I think Craig actually set up something here. It's going to be at 8:00, so we don't need to rush out of here. But in case you're wondering, let me see. All-Star Lineup Baseball Board Game on YouTube. I think it's okay, so it's Craig W. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen right here. So if you guys want to check out Ron later on, that's what it is right there. All-Star Lineup Baseball. It is Craig W. That's where Ron's gonna be at 8:00 tonight. I heard Tress coming out with Korean cards. $125 for all 16, not all plays included. All right, that's pretty funny. And Sports Time Machine's in the house. How's the basketball going? I get my what seasons did I get in today? 83, 84. I get 83, 84 in today. I'm excited to be playing that. So as I get that going, and I need to go back to excuse me. We had a bunch of people in here. It was pretty cool. Good show tonight. Good crowd tonight. So I got my 92, 93 hockey and my 83, 84 basketball. So I was like all excited. 92, 93 hockey's unbelievable. We were going over some of the teams. The 83 basketball looks fun too. And the yellow envelope will be ripped open. Where's Steve Harvey when you need you, right? He's gonna read off the winners. So Ron's doing his thing tonight with Craig. We had Craig on the show. Was it last night? I think we had Craig on last night, Monday night. So, was that the 76ers year? I'm not sure who won it that year. I was trying to get the 85, 86, but it's so hard to find. So I was lucky to find it, and people gave me a pretty good price on it. I was like, look, I'm not a basketball guy. I'm not spending a ton of money. I'm not a collector. I don't even care what shape they're in, really. I just want to play them and have some fun. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's included or not. So, all right, Danny, I'm going to try to catch you doing the trucks this weekend. What time? What time on Saturday? So I have an idea what time to check in. So I want to see the truck, especially if it's night. That's going to be fun. I want to watch you race. So let me know what time. And I got to do my shootout projects. I got 2 shootout projects ready to go. Maybe I can show them to you. Hang on one second. Okay, so the first one is going to be, I think I talked about this one. It is, okay, so the first game, I think I want to get rid of this right here. Hang on one second. All right, let me share my application window, Shootout Hockey. So my first game is the Edmonton Oilers and the New Jersey Devils from 1983-84. Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why I'm going to be playing this game? And Danny's going 6 o'clock. Okay. I'll try to catch some of that before we come on here. Anybody know why I'm playing Edmonton, New Jersey? Oh, you're going to be on later too? Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know. Because we usually hear 6:30 on Saturday night. And we do about an hour. So, yes. Turbo. Ding, 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 ding. Wait. I need something here. Yes. Yes, that is the Mickey Mouse game. When they beat him, was it 13-2? I think the final score was 13-2. Edmonton beat New Jersey. I think they were in New Jersey, and Wayne Gretzky called the New Jersey Devils a Mickey Mouse operation after crushing them in New Jersey. So that is one of the first games I'm going to play is the Edmonton and New Jersey. So I want to see how close I can get to that. And the other one I want to play is this one right here. And I will share my screen. And the other one is this game right here. Vancouver, Calgary. That was the Game 7. Vancouver, Calgary had a Game 7. I think that was opening round. And I think it was a double overtime game. And I think Vancouver won it in Calgary. And Kirk McLean, and I showed it here on the channel last week, Kirk McLean made a ridiculous double pad stack save in overtime on Calgary on a 3-on-1. And then Vancouver went down and scored shortly after, but saved the game. And I don't even remember that save, but I was watching this game on YouTube. And so I'm like, yep, this game's going to be a good one. So I will be doing Vancouver, Calgary as well on the channel. A couple of quick shootout games. Play those in 15 and 20 minutes. So I'm excited about that. And what else I got on the table? I got all my basketball. I got to do some Strat basketball. I want to see if I can get that to flow. I'll do a quarter. I'll just do 1 quarter of Strat basketball. Excuse me. Yeah, there were a couple of penalty guys on those teams. Yeah. And yeah, who's in 10% of the proceeds to the league? Yeah, they might. That's too funny. Only 83,000 yen processing. Okay. I need to do some spiders. Yes, the spiders have they've been on an extended road trip on my channel. So I need to do the spiders. I will be doing that right here on the PC using the helper. What you just saw, that was the Shootout Hockey helper, and I will play it right on the helper. And so what you see is what you get. And I'll roll the dice and flip the cards right all within the helper. So I purposely put in a couple of teams into Shootout Hockey so I could play it right here on the table and stream it. Not play it on the table, play it on the computer, I should say. I could play it on the table. I have all the cards, but I scan the cards and put them into that program, and it comes out pretty good. But I need to get back to the Spiders. The Spiders won a game. I didn't win it, but they did win a game. So I need to get back to the Spiders. And I want to play some new golf, too. I started playing the 2020 Action PC Golf. It's good. The Action PC Golf is good. Big thumbs up for the golf. It does some things a little bit different that are better. It's smoother, faster. And good, Danny, what you got here? 8 p.m. Saturday. So right after I get done here, I'm gonna 134 laps at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the trucks at a night race. That's gonna be fun. I need to watch some of that. I gotta set a reminder or something. I can't play that for crap, but I do like watching you do it. How you zip in and out. You start like at 20th and you end up in like 10th or 11th, and I don't know how you do that. I can't figure out how they do it in Formula One. You know, in Formula One, it's like they never pass anybody in Formula One. So it's like if you start in first place, unless you wipe out, you really should. You really should, finish in first place. All right, ID, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to jump out so I can go watch Ron in a few minutes myself. I know. And it's the Cleveland Spiders. That's been a fun time. I got my Spiders hat behind. I got to change my things up. I put the lightning up there for ID. I don't know if he caught that, but I did put the lightning up there for ID. And F1 is tough. Yeah, it's just I don't know how you pass anybody. I got the F1 game, and it's kind of fun to play because I like the open air cars. They're kind of fun. And take care, Danny. Yeah, we'll be signing off here in 1 second so I can watch Uncle Ron go play his thing there. Give me a chance to go get a drink and do my hair, so to speak. I know I haven't had a haircut in forever. They better fix that soon. Oh boy. So anyway. So I think I'll wrap it up here. I know we got a lot of people watching right now, but I want to give everybody time to go and maybe grab a drink and grab a snack. Oh yeah, you did see Lightning Pennant. Cool. Yeah, I put that up there last week or so. So I like to rotate. So I got to go and change those up a little bit and put 4 fresh pennants up there for the next show. And yeah, Giles, yeah, thanks. Yeah, we had a good time tonight. We had a nice large crowd in here tonight as we were all talking. Try to have a nice positive show after last night's dark and gloomy one. It was a tough day for me yesterday. Today, a little better. Sun was out. I didn't even get on the computer today till tonight. Usually I'm on the computer all day doing something. I did not get on the computer till tonight. I got my cards in. I'm all excited about that. And I talked to Uncle Ron today a little bit. Had a good time with him. And that was a nice feedback we got from one of the listeners about him, Ron, myself, and Al. So that was fun to hear. So that was not a bad day. Got some good news about the dog. At least we thought we did. So the dog's hopefully going to be okay. And me, well, I start my new medication tomorrow. Let's see how that goes. I'm kind of really nervous about it, but people say it's no big deal, but I'm going to be on it for 2 months. Hopefully that's it. But since I'm not working right now, I guess I might as well start it, right? If it's going to be a 2-month process, I'll try to do it and get it over with, and maybe I won't feel so bad, but just want to get that procedure over with. I do that procedure today if I could. Just go in and get it done, but you got to prep for it for a month. And so, yeah. So a little better day today. Dog's doing better. Yeah, 2 months. But I'd rather 2 months than the rest of my life. That's kind of the trade-off. So the doctor says, you're 53, do it now. Do it now, is what he said. Don't wait, because then you'll be in trouble. So, here we go. So, all right, folks, I'm going to sign off here. Thanks, everybody that come in tonight. We had a great chat room again tonight. Really good chat. PJ was in here talking some Seals hockey and correcting my stats. I screwed up on the stats. I did. I read from the assist column. What am I going to do? So, hopefully, check out Uncle Ron tonight on Craig W's channel. He'll be playing some all-star lineup baseball. I think Uncle Ron's back at noon tomorrow. I'm going to be on tomorrow. I might do some Spiders baseball in the morning. I don't have an appointment in the morning, so it could be Spiders baseball in the morning here on the channel. In the afternoon, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm going to do basketball, shootout hockey, or golf. I'm going to do something after Uncle Ron in the afternoon, and then I'll be back here tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. I know. We definitely need to do some kind of prayers right now. So, but we won't go down that road tonight. We're going to try to end this on a positive note, on a high note, as I get my Hershey Bear sweater behind me. You can't really see that. It's out of focus a little bit, but that's the one I bought in Hershey back in the 90s. It was, I don't know if that was late 90s or early 2000s. I have that sweatshirt a long time. I love that sweatshirt. Bought that at the Hotel Hershey. So one day you'll have the Richmond Spiders. Okay. That sounds pretty good. So I got the basketball team, the Buffalo Braves. That's my new. So I got the Seals, I got the Spiders in baseball, and the Braves in basketball. So I have my fun teams. Now what I need the football. Oh, Buccaneers, 76 Buccaneers. Those are the best of the worst. So I need to have a best of the worst scenario here. So anyway, I'm gonna jump out here. Thanks everybody that tuned in tonight. Go see Uncle Ron over on Craig's W channel. We'll see everybody at some point tomorrow. I'll probably be on a few times tomorrow, then tomorrow night again as we do the chat. Thank you so much, and have a good night.